It's a frost troll. I read about them in a book once. They're from Skyrim.
Ifris bones, what is a troll from Skyrim doing down there?
Are you another soldier, come to loose trolls upon the Valenwood? How can so many know my name after all these years? Yes, I am Narame. I hope to stem the tide of frost trolls by sealing their egress, but ice is the only form I may take beyond the walls of my prison. Tell me why you are here. You are not the first. General Endare broke through to my prison in search of the same. I will aid you in seeking Regine's mantle, but only if you swear to free me. Regine's mantle is the key to my prison beneath the Fallen Esti winter site. If I but touch its hem, it will steal all my hatred for Regine's shadow and fill the void with love. I'll make lute strings of his innards first. Only another may safely free me. A cruel and spiteful jest. To show me I was powerless in his clutches. Worse, to kindle hope my husband would come to free me, then smother that hope with his continued absence. But Regine's shadow knows nothing of love. I did not waver, not once. There is another cave, sealed by a frost-covered door. It leads to my prison. If you swear to free me, I will allow you inside to speak of Regine's mantle. I was delighted to speak with another after so long, but once inside she ignored me entirely. Then in her haste to find Regine's mantle, she loosed the frost trolls. Regine's shadow suspended them in my prison to guard against invaders. It seems they had never before supped on the flesh of men or mer. But once they did, it was a terrible frenzy. General Endari spoke of it being the second era. It seems I was trapped here in the first. There. Come. Let us speak of Regine's mantle. This way! I'm in here! My prison holds me in complete solitude for centuries, yet 2 visitors arrive on the same day. But we have little time. General Andari has pushed deeper into the prison. Take this ring. It's my wedding band. It's the one thing I hold dear in this wretched place. Should you bring it to the inner vault, I can join you in icy form. I'll warn you of the dangers and aid you against them. You swore you would free me! Forgive me. The promise of freedom ruins my manners. You should do what you must, and what you are willing. I will not press you to betray who you are, not on my account. I was no mage when Regine's shadow first stole me from Volanesti. But I've studied every inch of this icy prison. With effort, I learned to sap away its energy. It's what allows me to form the icy construct, as we first met. Direct my wedding band at any foe. I can use it as a focus to freeze your enemies for a short time. Very little, unfortunately. It may be a divine piece of the god Regine, gifted to his shadow. Why he would squander it upon me is beyond my comprehension. Why would anyone want a piece of the trickster god? The answer is usually power. But for what purpose, I cannot say. I've been trapped here for so long. To feel the sun upon my face again. Just to think of its indulgence. I know little of use beyond the walls of this prison, but I'll answer what I can. Head up the stairs and through the door. My construct will join you shortly. General Indari's soldiers were no match for the inner vault. Step carefully.
You'll never take it from me! Who are you? And why are you dragging that frost witch behind you? Out with it! You? I'm a decorated general of the Aldmeri Dominion, a hero to my people. Who better qualified to wield the power of a god? But I found Rajine's mantle. Why should Queen Irene be the one to wear it? I've been fighting since before she was born. No. You're trying to trick me. Trick the trickster god, huh? I can see through your lies. I won't give it to you or anyone. You'll fall to Rajine's shadow. You aren't worthy of its power.
can't believe my eyes. You hold it in your hands. Now, to break my bonds from this horrid prison. Removing Regine's mantle from the inner vault weakened the magic of the prison. Now you must break it, once and for all. Regine's mantle is a slippery thing, especially with enchantments that bind its bearer. Place it upon the brazier at the heart of this room, and it will smother the curse upon me. Have no fear. The relic will come to no harm. Soon I'll leave this place and return to my home. I'd nearly lost all hope.
Lady Neyrume, you denied my love, and now I deny your journey home. If you beg my forgiveness, convincingly, I'll return the walking city from where I stole it.
What? Could that filth spirit away all of Fallen Nesti? He took the walking city? He took my home? Or is this another of his lies? What else can I do but seek my home? But everything is so different now. General Indare mentioned an Old Merry Dominion, yet I don't know what that means. Without someone to guide me, I may as well prostrate myself before Regine's shadow. Truly? Then I must find this Braylor and see what he knows of Fallen Nesti. I should seek him out, and see the sky again with my own eyes.
say the frost trolls surrounded your prison for how many years? Truly detestable, my lady.
They were quite terrifying. Even when projecting my construct in their midst.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but you're alive! We heard some terrible noises in the caves below. What happened? And you freed Lady Nerume! She's quite agreeable, and could prove to be a living repository of knowledge regarding the Walking City. I hope General Endare didn't give you any trouble. I see. I don't know why she did all of this, but she was once a hero. I can't imagine her soldiers will take it well. But as you see, such relics are dangerous. I can deliver it to the Elden Root Mages Guild where its powers can be contained. I'll alert the Ultima Embassy when I've returned to Elden Root. Once I have it at the Mages Guild, I'll see if I can discern a safer way to handle it during a ratification ceremony. Excellent. I can't bear to think of the outcome had you not been here. But no matter. Lady Nerume and I will return to Elden Root as soon as it's safe.
soldier, I appreciate your vigilance. But the Argonians and the Grey Mire are guests. Refrain from any further displays of zeal, or I'll have you scrub down the barricade. Dismissed.
I'll wait. Moon sugar is a spice used in many Kashiti dishes. Calling it cat drugs is demeaning.
Danger ahead. You there, halt! There's great danger ahead. South Point is currently off limits. You'll need to keep back for your own safety. The citizens of South Point are killing each other in the streets. I've seen nothing like it. Captain Alonthor may need help evacuating survivors. You'll find him by the road, outside the town.
I'm looking for work. Know anyone who needs a hauler? I'm real good at breaking down tents, packing them up, and hauling them where they need to be unpacked and pitched. And don't say carnival. I'm done with carnivals. I was working in a carnival near Eldenroot. It wasn't a bad job, but the owner, Sarandel, doesn't know what she's doing. We came all the way from the Somerset Isles, and now the performers can't put on their acts. I don't know the details. Look, Sarandel can tell you herself. Me? I'm done with that operation.
Turn back, citizen. South Point is... I don't know what to call it exactly. I sent 3 of my best scouts into South Point to answer that very question, but none returned. Until I know their fates, I can't request reinforcements. But I won't send anyone else inside until I know what happened to my scouts. You see my predicament. I certainly won't stop you. One of South Point's citizens also offered to help find the scouts, but she seemed a bit eccentric. Perhaps she has something to offer beyond alarming theories? You should know Dareneth has some sort of position in Eldenroot. Seems to think her reputation precedes her. No need to kiss the hem of her robes, but she's far less prickly if you show her some respect. Last I saw Dareneth, she was taking shelter in one of the tents. I could do without this damnable rain. It's been storming since we arrived, and it shows no sign of letting up. Ask what you will. I don't care to speculate. I can only act upon what I know. It's apparent that the townsfolk have caused harm to themselves and others within South Point. Yes, it seems they've all gone mad, but until I know for certain, all I can do is hope to contain it. Strange reports arrived in Eldon Root a week ago. Little things, people acting oddly. But when a South Point guard delivered his own severed tongue to the Altmer embassy, someone noticed. If we weren't spread so thin, we'd have been here earlier. General Endari pulled her entire company from the Haven and left for parts unknown. In her absence, we filled the gaps. I tried to commandeer forces from the Grey Mire, but the Thalmor Inner Council considers Argonian refugees a greater threat, in their wisdom. Centuries ago, it was an Imperial stronghold, but now it's known as a sleepy coastal town with a big cathedral. You'll find mostly Colovians who've been here for generations, and a handful of wood elves who don't pay much heed to the Green Pact.
Did someone call my name? Did someone call my name? Did someone call my name?
Take it.
Jealous of my life. You won't. I knew you were coming for me.
Not if I kill you first!
Did someone call my name? Did Captain Alanthor send you to mock me? Did you come to tell me I don't know the work of a Daedric prince when I see one? Isn't it obvious? Madness swept through South Point like a plague, and so quickly. Only one Daedric prince has such power. Sheogorath, Daedric Prince of Madness. You have heard of him, haven't you? Doesn't seem like it's mustering up any excitement. I'm exceptionally concerned. It is my home, after all. But I'd rather show my concern by doing something about the problem. The captain wanted to find his scouts, didn't he? We should get going. Of course, you need someone who knows the town, and I need someone with whom to take a stroll in this lovely rain. No use arguing. I've been getting my way since before you were born. Or do you want a sweet old woman to show more courage than you? Yes. What of it? Actually, I'm needed in South Point. Unless the Queen prefers it left to the whims of a Daedric prince, she can wait. Streets are dangerous. We should check the homes, be neighborly, see if those inside know where the scouts are. No scout. And I do hope that smell came out of an animal.
South Point was such a grimy place. The new mayor is really cleaning things up, don't you agree? Dominion? South Point is no longer part of the Dominion. The mayor decreed it. If Dominion scouts marched their muddy boots onto our streets, we'd truss them all up. Killing? Oh, do you mean the cleaning brigades? Don't you worry about them. They're simply doing what they must to make South Point sparkle. Oh no, I can't leave my home until it's entirely clean. Besides, the mayor said none of us can leave, and we all know what happens when we don't listen to the mayor. You're trussed up or you're thrown in the catacombs. Either way, you deserve it for disobeying the mayor. He's a just man, a righteous man. We should heed his words, every one of them. Dominion? South Point is no longer part of the Dominion. The mayor decreed it.
No scouts here, just my neighbor. Although this is certainly an interesting arrangement.
The fire warms us when we're cold, but burns us when we're close. No matter how much you feed it, its hunger never ends. The fire is sublime. I am blind to all but the fire. It consumed my eyes and my thoughts, for I was jealous of its power. I wanted it for myself. But it forgives as it consumes, and soon it will forgive me.
It's not time yet. The mayor said you can't eat me until dinner. Praise Arcay. This entire town has gone mad. We should have informed Captain Elonthor immediately, but I insisted we press on. If we'd fallen back, maybe my scouts would still be themselves. The mad people brought us to their mayor. I don't know how he did it, but he turned my scouts into bears. Bears! I thought he'd do the same to me, but he changed his mind. Said the town folks should have me for dinner. He locked himself in that big cathedral, saw the doors flare up briefly, glowing as bright as the sky, and then it faded. Magic keeps them shut, I'm sure of it. I've had enough of this place. Please untie me. I need to warn Captain Elonthor. I'm getting out of here. I recommend you do the same.
This mayor seems a charming fellow. We should decide what must be done about him.
I do apologize, but I can't speak right now. I must prepare the beds for their arrival. The 8 divines, of course. I won't be caught with unmade beds.
Soldiers turned into bears, people setting themselves on fire, and now a mad mayor locked in a cathedral. I know I should be horrified, but it all sounds so exciting. Oh, I suppose I can reverse the effects of the mayor's magic. After many, many years of honing my craft, this should be a simple matter. But if we're hunting bears, I'll need you to be the bait. I'm an old woman, and such magic requires precision. Wrestling with bears impedes precision. Slap them about their faces, throw sticks at them, call them harsh names, however you must. Keep their attention while I do the complex part. I have an old scroll tucked away in my basement laboratory. If we have it in hand, it won't matter how tightly he's locked that cathedral door. But first, we should rid South Point of its bear problem. Shall we?
Thank you. I can leave this nightmare.
I kill you first?
Is broken. Flee while you can.
That wasn't so difficult, was it? Now let's head to my laboratory. We'll need that scroll to get into the cathedral. We won't make it inside my laboratory unless we stop the lightning. If someone conjured this storm, they do it from somewhere they could see everything in South Point. There's an old Colovian tower nearby. It's the highest point in the town, aside from the cathedral.
I have plenty to go around! You get the lightning! Now you get the lightning! What are you doing here? I don't know you. So what if I am? They called me an angry drunk, said I'd never amount to anything. But now I have the lightning, and I'll give it to anyone who makes me mad. Shut your mouth and walk away, or you'll get the lightning, just like all the others. I don't need to listen to this. I'll show you, like I did them. Nobody pushes Rufinus around! Think you can talk down to me? I'll roast you on a lightning spit. Your lungs will fry so fast they pop like kernels in a skillet. I'll make your eyes burst out of your face. You aren't better than me!
Didn't think you had it in you, but the storm's clearing. We should head to my laboratory. Yes, it's on my desk. Yes, over there. Do you see it? Let's head to the cathedral. We're the last people the mayor will expect.
You can't fool me! I know you've been watching.
Wait! I recognize him. Let me see if I can talk some sense into him.
Who's there? How did you get in? Go. I want to be alone.
Don't you recognize me, Mayor Olis?
Dareneth. Thank the Divines. Sheogorath did this, all of it. He used me.
And how exactly did he use you?
He promised me power, the respect I deserve. But then he cursed my tongue with madness and let me make a mess of this town.
You're so pitiful, even for a mortal.
What?
You heard me! Oh, I've always wanted to meet a person within a person. Tell me, what's it like?
I'm so sorry, Sheogorath. I thought you'd abandoned me.
Owlie, I left you a tongue that drives people mad. But I suppose if you don't want my gift, I can take it from your mouth and give it to my new favorite mortal friend.
No. Think of all I've built here. The wonderful screams I've created, all in your name. Doesn't that make me your favorite?
Oh, very well. Sorry, my second favorite mortal friend. We had a good run, but it's time for your curtain call.
Good. You're finally coming out of it. We should reintroduce ourselves. I don't remember how I came to be here in the cell. When I woke, you were just standing there, foaming at the mouth. Count yourself lucky that Sheogorath had no desire to treat you like a puppet, unlike myself. I was in Eldenroot when I heard some of the strange rumors coming from South Point. When I returned here, I recognized the signs. But when I arrived at my laboratory, Sheogorath was already there, dancing. Then I was dancing. After that, it all went dark. I saw and heard everything we did, but I couldn't affect a thing. It was a waking nightmare. My own mind, a prison. I expected him to kill us both, but we're here, aren't we? best not to think of it. Applying logic to the mad god is unwise. Mayor Olus happened. He's always blamed others for his own shortcomings, but I never realized he'd been touched by Sheogorath. The only way the madness will end is with his death. He has the power to remake South Point in his image, to the mad god's delight. Where Mayor Olus goes, Sheogorath won't be far behind. I see no other way. Unless you convince Sheogorath to take him back to oblivion, but arguing with the mad god is folly. I don't see how. Those bars are thicker than sword blades. We aren't going anywhere. It seems Sheogorath made a few changes to these catacombs. There were never any prison cells below the cathedral. I already tried. It seems Mayor Olus found my magic somehow. I'd say it's maddening, but less so than having a Daedric prince steer you around like a carriage. When they come for us, we can try to fight our way out. If they come for us.
Such despair! Woo-hoo! Richer than a cheese sorbet! I see you've reacquainted yourself with Daraneth. Unacquainted? Unrequited! There. She'll come around to you, like I did. Mayor Aulus is a curd in the soup. A real fly in the way, don't you say? Made a mess of me gift. The kind from the wrong end of a dog. I tried to encourage him. Even brought him a hero to destroy. But he couldn't go through with it. Can you imagine? I led you right here to make it all boring again. And what did he do to stop you? Nothing. There I stood, in my best old lady suit, and he said it was all my fault. He just needs motivation. What better than an escaped prisoner seeking vengeance? Could you kill someone you love? I can't. Well, I have, but not Mayor Aulus. It would be too pedestrian. No, I want you to try killing him. I want him to reach deep down, below all the marmalade and crushing failures defining his life, to find a seed of confidence and grow it into a tree of gumption he'll use to beat your brains to paste. But if not, any brain paste will do. Even his. Deal. Oh, and one more thing. Daraneth stays behind. If you bore me too much, I turn her into a goose, roast her, and feed her to you covered in fine Adar glaze. The goose, I mean. It's a mite bit chilly for my Adar pants. And make it entertaining, would you? After spending so much time in this town, I finally know where the Colovians keep their fur hats.
This is your chance to fix this mess. Go, deal with the mayor. If South Point bores him, Sheogorath will leave.
Already aboard! Here, I brought you some presents. The shiny ones are off the best. Would you move? It's why you're my new favorite monster! Well, I'll show you my teeth, but don't be taste the blood!
Crack it open! Quaff its fears!
Boredom washed it away. Really got in the cracks there. Oh, you can't seem to catch a break, can you? Chin up, just like the bridge. Adversity is the brother-in-law of propensity, as they say. Well, a proper hero needs obstacle, struggle, repeated attempts at bodily harm. You're going to play the proper hero so Owlie can shine. Or our deal is off. And if it's off, so is Dareneth's head. To Skyrim, in a field, with berries glowing from her eyes! Do you have to lumber about like that? Show some... Show some panache! Swagger! This just isn't your day. But your Uncle Sheogorath can make it better. I can never decide between choice and free will. Which will triumph in the end? But why not settle the matter for me? Or you could yank a lever, but that's hardly fun for either of us. I just told you! Choice and free will are subjects I hold quite dear. So, you could fight a very good friend of mine, or you can pull another lever. Your choice. Wonderful! Just say the word and I'll bring him here. Free will! Get out here! There's someone I want you to meet! That much gusto! With a smidge of her, 3 jots brio. The essentials for a moxie fondue. Fondue. What was I saying?
What do you mean, coming to kill me?
It's a gift, a chance to shine, to prove you have some backbone that won't snap at the lightest touch. Really, Howdy, I'm quite fond of you. Ooh, fondue. What was I saying?
That you're fond of me. That you don't want to watch me die.
Watch you die horribly, all alone, and laughing my head off when it happens. Oh, that doesn't sound like me, does it? But I'm sure you can work the matter out for yourself.
Please, don't do this. Maybe we can work something out. It's not fair. I never wanted this, any of this. Now I'm to die for it. But you're reasonable, aren't you? We can talk about this. Work something out. You do have a choice. Not like me. Sheogorath listened to me. Said he would take me down a golden path. Nobody in South Point ever respected me or gave me a chance to prove who I could truly be. What choice did I have but to make them all see who I really am? My family ruled South Point for generations. But after we lost everything, where was my birthright then? They wouldn't bow to me as they should, so now I've made them bow. It's the burden a true leader must bear. I shouldn't have to die for it. No. I won't let you cast me aside like everyone else. I'll make you see, just like all the others. Make you respect my power. Kneel before me. Before me. Kneel before me.
Oh, that was exciting. And impressive. Poor Audi never could finish what he started. You really are a joy to watch. And that's why you're my new favorite mortal. When you kill something wonderful, you keep it interesting. Fresh. Dare I say, jovial. Makes me wonder if I should stick around, see what wonderful things you'll kill next. Think I don't remember, you daft little sprig? Call me a debt hedger, will you? A deal fondler. Ah, but you're forgiven. I've always said grudges are like a good cheese. Hold them inside for too long, and you're the one to suffer. Don't be a stranger!
Thanks for saving my hide. They were trying to find a big enough pot to boil me.
The scouts you rescued brought reinforcements from Elden Root. We subdued the townsfolk for their own protection. Tell me, what happened in the cathedral? What? I thought Dareneth was mad. A Daedric prince in Gratwood? Is he in the cathedral? We should clear the town. You? Well, thank the 8 divines. Where is this Mayor Owlus all the crazed citizens mentioned? I'd like a word with him. Probably best I keep that from the report. My superiors will see no further than abetted a Daedric prince. I'd rather not diminish your significant accomplishments. We'll escort them to Eldenroot. Hopefully the Mages Guild can look into their madness. As for South Point, we'll remain here to help rebuild. After this, what else can we do?
It seems Sheogorath held up his end of the deal. I felt his absence, I should likely say. I was able to open a portal here without any difficulty. I tried to tell Captain Elonthor what happened, but he wouldn't listen. In his youth, I took him as an apprentice. He was lazy, a bit reckless, and nearly set my laboratory afire on 3 occasions. His childhood was quite difficult, but that's no excuse for his actions. Long ago, his bloodline ruled South Point. He was a child who thought the town would one day be his, but his parents died in a fire when he was young, and he lost everything. I thought by taking him on as a pupil, I could teach him humility. I was wrong. Yes, very soon, once I pour through the wreckage of my home and see what wasn't lost, perhaps I'll see you there?
so much to report, I don't know where to start. A fellow seeker of knowledge. I can tell by the glint in your eye. The Reliquary of Stars is a marvelous find, is it not? Why, it recently came alive, though perhaps awake is the more appropriate word. One of my fellow Mages Guild scholars leads the excavation if you care to learn more. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Lara Nalda or her assistants in quite some time. Suppose it's a bit troubling. Say, would you happen to be headed into the ruins? I have this report to finish, but if you could check on Lara Nalda, it'd set my mind at ease. I'd love to chat more, but I really must finish this report. My fellows in the Elden Root Mages Guild are chomping at the bit to learn more of our findings. Oh, yes, of course. Every dabbler in Proto-Alien literature knows. Many believe it's a metaphorical contrivance, but Lara Nalda thinks it's located in the walls of this ruin. If she wants to end such a promising career, more funding for the rest of us. Ooh, I'm sure she can explain her ridiculous theories better than I.
If you're trying to sneak up on me, you have some competition. These flying books can be maddeningly silent when they want to be. Sometimes in pairs. They slam shut on your ear tips, then flutter off. It seems half the library has tormented us since we tripped the wards. I've been trying to settle things down, but it's slow going without my assistance. Tedrini headed to explore the Flesh Gardens. Once the wards broke, I sent Behilir to fetch him. Neither returned. Mages Guild protocol says I should remain in place until aid arrives. I'm hoping that's you. Do be careful out there. These books are harmless enough, but they aren't the only things flitting about in the dark. Everything was quiet when we arrived, but bones and other refuse littered the halls. With the wards broken, it wouldn't surprise me if more than books are moving about. Are you, then? The Magus Guild petitioned the court of King Camoran Eridan for months before we were allowed to excavate. And now you hope to waltz through and collect the heart of a numeral for yourself? Why would you possibly need it? Oh, I suppose that's a good enough reason. We've scoured the ruins from top to bottom and haven't seen so much as a glimmer. But if we do find it, the Mages Guild would be more than happy to aid Queen Irene. The secrets in the Reliquary of Stars were long ago uncovered, save one. Incredible amounts of magicka coursed through its walls, even when the ruins remained dormant. Until recently, this was thought to be a peculiarity of its construction. It all goes back to Enumeril, one of the greatest Ayleid architects of the First Era. He built the Great Seal of Bellerata and the orrery at Eldenroot. Then recently, we uncovered proof that he constructed the archives in the Reliquary of Stars. Enumeril put his heart into his work. Literally, if the stories have the right of it. It powered the orrery at Eldenroot until it was lost. That's the source of power here, you see? It's what we hope to recover. Think of the potential applications. Are you, then? The Magus Guild petitioned the court of King Camoran Eridan for months before we were allowed to excavate. And now you hope to waltz through and collect the heart of a numeral for yourself. Why would you possibly need it?
So soon after the other. If it would hold still, I could capture its likeness. So many fleshlings running through the halls. Such obstreperous creatures. You seem a fine specimen. I don't think I have one of your kind in my garden. Oh, and it speaks. I just finished a tetriny, some of my finest work between you and me, though you couldn't possibly appreciate the detail. Why, you need to entertain me. There are a variety of chests throughout the gardens. I placed your friend's soul in one of them. See if you find it before my posing retinue tears you to pieces. The caretaker. I preserve everything against the ravages of time. Scrolls and books are easy. But the aliens themselves, they resisted at first, but they saw things my way in time. Have a look around you. They used to be. Turning a body to stone is easy. The trick is keeping the mind intact. If they hadn't settled into place so many years ago, I'd introduce you to my former masters. Pity. Hardly. My masters found there were certain difficulties in allowing me to roam this place unfettered. So they split me from my body. In this form I can go where I please, but I can't touch anything directly. It's quite upsetting. The caretaker. I preserve everything against the ravages.
You perfidious slime! You'll rule the... What? You're not... And I'm... What happened? Ukezi. Why does that name sound familiar? Perhaps... No, I've lost it. Wait, where is La Ronalda? Good. That's good. Then it hasn't been too long. I really should head back, get my bearings. Don't worry about me. I know the way back. Wasn't he back at the camp? I suppose La Ronalda would know where he's off to. Always getting lost, that one.
Blasted Zarxus. I know I shouldn't have... Oh, another one. Hello? You aren't an illusion, are you? Thank the stars! You have to get me out of here! It seems I set off an ancient trap, but I think I've determined how those strange lights channel their energy, and how to turn it against them. Once trapped, strange creatures covered in eyes and tentacles descended from above. They reinforced the sconces with foul magic from their largest eyes. Those eyes are key. Extract one and use it to refocus the lights. It should break the binding.
No. Daedra, I expect? The horrors of Oblivion aren't my specialty. You'll know those floating beasts if you see them. They have many tentacles and seem quite nimble, like netches but covered in eyeballs.
pulled my lock of hair, yet you are not him. Why follow the words of another? Do you bring me a message from him? Is he delayed? Oh no. I hoped we would join together in one last embrace, before triggering our death with my voice. But I whispered his name aloud as I waited. Was that enough to collapse the stones? I should go now.
Going to fall off. I'm glad the eyeball was worth it. So good when a theory works in practice, you know? I was certain it was a good theory. All part of the scholarly process, my friend. But never mind that. I should thank you for your timely rescue. I'll head back to our camp. I cannot wait to tell Rinaldo what happened here.
Ah, good. Everyone back in one place. I was beginning to worry. And not a moment too soon. I managed to subdue one of the tomes. It's proven most enlightening. The Reliquary of Stars was created to preserve knowledge. This we already knew. But the book speaks of a deeper level, closed off from the rest of the ruin. I suspected the Heart of an Umbral was hidden somewhere in the ruin, and now I know where. If this description is accurate, the entrance lies somewhere in the Hall of Might. But there's something else. Would you come with me? Thank you. Tedrini has behaved quite erratically since his return. This should be far enough. When you went searching for my assistance, did you see anyone else? Anyone intelligent, I mean. Spectres don't count. Damn. That's what I was afraid of. The book mentions her specifically, some sort of caretaker. Her specialty was... well, there's no easy way around it. She controlled the minds of others. It seems even the aliens feared her. Maybe. Tedrini hasn't been the same since he returned. He's normally so enthusiastic about his studies, but he's withdrawn into himself. It's downright unsettling watching him suffer like this. I'd like to run some simple tests for signs of Daedric influence. While I do so, would you bring Behilir with you to search the Hall of Might? I suspect the heart of Enumera lays within its walls. Wonderful. If this tome is correct, there's a passageway hidden in the library. I'm sure you and Behilir will find it.
I heard my name. What do you need?
Behilir, our friend needs your help in the Hall of Might.
The Hall of Might? So you think we found it? Oh, exhilarating! Lead away, my friend. You make it look so easy. This looks promising. Let's start searching. Must be around here somewhere. Over here! There's a draft coming from this bookcase. Of Enumeril. I never thought I'd hold it.
In my own two hands. Well, puppet hands count as my hands. The power, it's exquisite. And I have you to thank. And now, I really must take this Behilir puppet for a stroll. Let's see how fast it can run.
What happened? Why did Behilier sound so strange? Behilier suggested Tadrini was under her control. A ruse, and one I should have seen. But if Ukezi has the heart of an Umaril, she can use it to restore her spirit to her body. We have to get it back. Through the door. We've never been able to open it, and I don't know where it leads. Quickly, after her. I'll attempt to restore the wards here, should you fail. We can't allow a Daedra to wreak havoc with the heart of a Umaril.
And with one final shift. Yes, it's coming. I can feel it. Where is that ugly thing? It should be here. You? Huh? What's happening?
You! I hadn't thought you'd make it out alive. Ukezi must have been formidable alone. With the heart of a Umaril in her hands, I can hardly imagine. You do have it, don't you? Wonderful! When all the flying books fell, I knew it had left the ruins. I'll return it to the Elden Root Mages Guild, per our agreement with the king. We won't need to worry about Daedra finding it there. Very well. So they're really going through with it, are they? I'd pay my weight in gold to see the orrery working. I'll personally ensure it reaches there without further trouble, don't you fear. After I return it to the orrery, perhaps I can research its properties once the ceremony is complete. If the Queen allows, of course. I'm not one to stand in the way of royalty.
Now, as I'm sure you've all noticed, the Elden Tree is impressively tall. Equally impressive is that
There is an urgent task for you.
You have done what has not been done in centuries. All the parts of the orrery have been placed within the chamber, and Dareneth awaits us below. I must admit to being more than a little excited. I've never seen the orrery operational. Not much. You've done extraordinary work, and just in time for Queen Iren's arrival. Imagine the chance to see the orrery operate. Conservator Dareneth is preparing Queen Iren as we speak. We should really head in there and get started. The ratification ceremony isn't going to perform itself after all. And from what I understand, Conservator Dareneth wanted to speak with you personally.
Oh.
The slayer of High Kin Lady Estri, here among us.
Preposterous! I'm an Aldmeri Vice-Reeve, an assistant to Prince Naemon himself. Why am I barred from the ceremony?
Little brother, you shouldn't be here for this. Dareneth warned us of the dangers.
I won't turn my back on family. My place is...
I'll make sure everyone clears out, as you requested. But you don't need to be here, Your Highness.
I used to sneak in here as a child and climb through the orrery's rungs. You think I'd pass up on the chance?
Strange to see you after South Point. Not bad, just strange. But no matter. I can hardly believe we're about to breathe some life into this old girl. And before you ask, yes, I'm speaking of the orrery. Almost. You recovered the pieces needed for the orrery's activation, so it's only fair you're here to put them in place. So, I should be the one to ask. Are you ready? Good. The first thing you'll need is to take up Rachin's mantle. A god's hands move the orrery, goes the translation. But that's a load of force slop. You simply need to be in 3 places at once. Rachin's mantle should allow for that. Oh, you'll be all right. That overly earnest fellow from the Mages Guild. Braylor, was it? He assured me you'd be safe if you wore it for no longer than 90 minutes. Or was it 9? No matter. The ceremony will take 5 minutes. Maybe 6. Approach the pillars beyond the orrery itself. You must activate each in turn while keeping one thought in mind. When you wear Rachin's mantle, you'll never be held in place. From what I understand, it should do the rest.
So this pile of moss and rubble determines the next emperor?
The orrery is ancient. Show some respect.
That's it! It's working! It's actually working! Here, take hold of the heart of a numeral. Place it in the pillar next to our royal observers. That should do it! Awaken the orrery, whatever that truly means, but have no fear. This contrivance allows me to manipulate its energies. This means I can keep Queen Irene safe when she steps inside. Now go! Place the heart of a numeral. Let's see what all the fuss is about.
And now the Ayleid death trap will tell us if we have an emperor in our midst. Truly a momentous day.
Naaman, now is not the time.
Irene, there's always time to protect you from yourself. For how could I let you risk your life in this contraption without testing it first? Dear sister.
Rachin's mantle. You'll never be held in place.
It's incredible! I can see the white gold tower! No!
You tricked me, sister! It's your fault! Army! All of you! I'll kill you all! The tower is fading.
What were you thinking? Why? What? No, Why would Naaman do this? I made him a part of what we were building. Tried to show him this is about more than just our people. I would have all of Tamriel be our people. What the legend says. It revealed the person within. As it will do to me. Do you think I have a choice in this? I will enter the orrery, as I swore to the people of the Aldmeri Dominion. I must learn whether I'm fit to lead them. And if I'm not... If I'm changed, as my brother was... I can't become a danger to the people I've sworn to lead. Do you understand me? I must not delay. I'm myself, aren't I? A dominion of peace. The fair and just rule of Tamriel, beneath an Old Mary banner. A future I hope to build. And you, standing at my side. Come, help me build the future. I don't intend to tell anyone what my brother did. As far as I'm concerned, he died trying to help me, not usurp my throne. The Staff of Magnus. A powerful object with the ability to suppress magic. Dangerous were it to fall into the wrong hands. Luckily, we already possess it. Go to Marbrook in Eastern Greenshade. Speak to Captain Sarandel about securing the staff. I'll follow soon after.
We heard sounds of battle. What happened?
There was an accident. My brother gave his life to protect us. He died a hero.
I don't...
I will soon go to Marbrook. Vicereeve Peladil, I want you to travel ahead with my brother's body. You will make the funeral arrangements.
Yes. Yes, Your Majesty. I understand.
Spare no expense for his funeral. All in the Dominion are welcome. All may pay their respects to a hero.
At once, Your Majesty.
I don't intend to tell anyone what my brother did. As far as I'm concerned, he died trying to help me, not usurp my throne.
What happened to Prince Naaman was a tragedy. I hope that sounds believable. I'll be saying it for the rest of my days.
I had my doubts about Queen Irene. Not after today. Travel well, my friend.
Is this really happening?
I don't know what you mean.
You must have seen. You arrived near the end of it.
The Queen says her brother died a hero, so that's what I saw.
Do all you Vine Dusk Rangers learn to ignore the truth?
We learn that leadership is messy. And because royalty must grieve in public, we learn not to judge.
Perhaps you're...
I don't want to think of the outcome had you not been here. You kept the king safe. You will always be welcome among the Vine Dusk Rangers.
This wasn't supposed to happen here. Today should have been a celebration, but instead... Instead, none of this officially happened.
What? My friend! How good it is to see you!
Sounds like a load of superstition to me.
What?
This work isn't going to do itself.